Hey Cancer, how are you this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and this is really off center. Hold on. And I am here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for July 4th through the 6th. I'm doing it a little different this time. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross and see what's coming forward for you for the weekend, what you got to deal with, what's headed your way. I don't know. We'll see what cards come out, okay? That's it. This one's going to be for my Cancers. Alrighty then, let's see. Okay, we've got Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, folks, let me see. What you got? What is the current situation? Four of Pentacles, huh? Okay, so Four of Pentacles would say that you are having a very hard time letting loose of something that no longer serves you. Or it can mean that there's a real strong sense of concern towards your stability, your security. I don't know. I feel like there is something in your life that quite possibly no longer serves you at this point. You know that, but to let go of it just seems like more than you can handle. I think this is something that at one point held a ton of hope or a ton of promise, right? But a lot has transpired, and now it's how do you let go of something you believed in so strongly at one point, maybe. That's a lot off one card, but that's what I'm getting there. Okay, so let's keep going. So what is the obstacle here? The Devil. So it would seem that whatever this situation is that no longer serves you and you need to let it go, it is, it could be an addiction. It could be. More than likely, it has more to do with like an obsession. It is something in your mind that you are obsessed with either conquering or you are obsessed with succeeding within this dynamic, okay? To fail here in some respects would be like to fail at life to you right this minute, or that's how it's being perceived right now. And yet you don't know if you can succeed or win here. So it's a very challenging situation, it feels like, okay? Cancer, it feels like you are definitely going through it right this minute here. All right, what is it that you need to focus on? The Nine of Swords. You've got to figure out how to get out of your head. You've got yourself so stressed out and so, so much filled with anxiety and so far up in your head worried about this or thinking about this that you are not even able to see things clearly anymore. The situation feels very much so warped, very toxic is how it feels. There's a lot of toxicity that has managed to grow here. I don't know that that's how it started, but it looks like that's how it is right now. I never noticed this picture of the Devil here. The Devil is one masculine energy tied to two female energies. Anyways, okay, so what is it you need to leave behind? We get the Moon. In this position, it means to me that there is some kind of secrecy or something that has been done that you are trying to keep hidden. That's how it feels with this card over there. There's something here that you are working diligently to try to keep from bubbling to the surface. What's unfortunate here is whatever it is you're trying to keep hidden is actually a big part of you, okay? It may not be a part of you that you like, or it may be a part of you that you can't find a way to reconcile into the other parts of you that people see or know, but it is a huge part of you. And it's a part of you that you keep hidden at all costs, it looks like. Which I feel like is the undercurrent to why you're having the problem to start with, right? If you can't authentically be you in a situation, then who are you? Anyways, okay, keep going. What is your strength here? The Three of Wands. Your strength is your ability to be optimistic towards the future, to look towards the future. Even in times of great sorrow or loss or problems like this, you still manage to be optimistic. You still manage to look towards your future. At times it can work against you, but in this situation, it's definitely working for you, okay? Because you don't, all this is very downtrodden, but you're not letting it get the best of you, I guess you could say. You managed to see through it. All right, what do we have as the outcome? So we have the Lovers. Sounds like a romantic card. It's not so romantic, really. What we have is a situation that's heavily laden with emotion, okay? That is also equally drenched in confusion. It's just there's no clear-cut answers when it comes to this particular dynamic. This love situation is very confusing, would be the easy way to say it, but there's no emotion is here, okay, but honesty is not. It is not. There is deception here. There is manipulation here. There's resentment here. There's a lot of different things here that make this very difficult to describe or to put into words. Okay, this is a very toxic situation. I don't think it was to start, but it has developed into a very toxic situation. And a lot of it has to do with the inauthenticity that you are pushing forward right now. That's not to say that if you were to get authentic, it would fix it. Because at some point, some things can be broken to a point where they can no longer be fixed. But for sure, it's not going to get fixed if you don't bring in some kind of authenticity. Because this is definitely... Yeah. Okay, what is the advice? The Empress. The advice is to remember who you are. You are the Empress. You can nurture anything into fruition. You have the ability to make something the best it can ever be, okay? Yep. What is the atmosphere? Four of Wands. You are definitely dealing with a higher level soulmate. This was something that was destined to be, as far as the two of you coming together to teach each other lessons. It does not mean that you have to be in each other's lives forever. There are certain soulmates that can turn karmic. There are situations that turn karmic. It just depends on the situation. What is your greatest fear? The Seven of Swords. You're fearing that there is a breakdown in the trust dynamic here. And if you are to come forward and actually bring forward your authenticity, it will further damage whatever trust is left here. It may. But it's surely not going to get better the other way. So, what do we have in the end? The Ace of Cups. So who knows? Maybe if you come through and you truly are honest, maybe you can find the other side of this. You're never going to know if you don't try, but I guarantee you it's not going to get better if you stay on the same track you're on right now and stay inauthentic. Okay, that's never going to produce something that's going to be better. Okay, for Friday I have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords. Some sort of conflict is brewing here. I don't know. There's an impulsiveness to it. I don't know what that's about. Saturday, I have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. You are trying to figure out how much you want to invest in a situation or a dynamic. You're doing it, but you're not coming from a very grounded place while you consider what you do and don't want to put into this, okay? You're living kind of in with unrealistic expectations, fantasy land. I don't know, you're not being realistic here. Sunday, I have the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands. The Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. So whatever it is you're trying to hide could be bubbling to the surface. With the King of Wands, maybe the truth that you're coming into is the fact that possibly you don't want to be in something that's so committed. You want to go out and be adventuresome or look for something new to conquer. I don't know. That is what I have for you this week, Cancer, okay? No matter what the cards say, go make it the best possible weekend that you can. It does look like you need to try to get grounded and understand that to be authentic is normally the best route, right? You don't have to worry so much about what you don't want to come out if you're authentic from the start, or at least at some point. There you go. I'm here on Sunday with the weekly readings. I'm here every morning with the daily energy check-ins. Thank you for everything, you guys. Go make it a good weekend. Take care.